Good morning, Joe. Can you hear me? Good morning, Joe. Can you hear me? Oh, I think we're on mute.
Yes, we can hear you.
I got the red light over here. It's green now. All right. I think there's a little bit of technical difficulty. Do we have the Spanish interpreter on?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. The Spanish interpreter is on the line.
Thank you. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Jesus Abel Garibay, 3176.
Speak English.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your Honor, would he need the Spanish interpreter?
Would you prefer the interpreter?
But, sí, pero en veces sí le puedo entender bien. O quiero que lo haga todo en español. Está bien, sí, intérprete.
Yeah,
So yeah, he would like the interpreter to say that everything. He would like for interpretation.
Okay. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Bueno, buenos días, señor. Por favor, me da su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento.
Jesús Abel Garibay. La fecha
Jesús Abel Garibay
Herrera.
And what is your date of birth?
Y su fecha de nacimiento.
1 de marzo del 1976.
March 1st of 1976.
Thank you, sir. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today on charges of possession of drug paraphernalia and possession of a dangerous drug.
Gracias, señor. Y está hoy para su comparecencia inicial y hoy está por cargos de posesión de artículos de droga y posesión de una droga peligrosa.
To remind you, you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you.
Todo lo que tiene derecho a permanecer en silencio y todo lo que diga puede ser utilizado en su contra.
You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Tiene derecho a un abogado y yo le voy a nombrar a la Defensoría Pública del Condado de Pima para que lo represente.
The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions, please speak with her before saying anything out loud.
Y la abogada que está sentada al lado de usted está para asistirlo en la audiencia de hoy, o sea que si tiene alguna pregunta, por favor, hágasela a ella antes de que pueda decir algo en voz alta.
I reviewed the pretrial services report, the interim complaint, and the state's recommendation.
Ya revisé el informe de los servicios previos al juicio, la queja interina y la recomendación de la Fiscalía.
State appears to be recommending pretrial services release and a steps court evaluation.
Y la Fiscalía está recomendando liberación a los servicios previos al juicio y revisión para ver si es elegible o tiene derecho al programa STEPS.
Anything else to add, Mr. Goodman?
¿Algo más, señor Goodman? Dice que no, señor Goodman.
It depends. I'm inclined to agree with the state and release Mr. Garibay to pretrial services.
Objection.
Entonces, dice el juez que su intención es estar de acuerdo con la recomendación de la Fiscalía, liberar a señora los servicios previos al juicio y la defensa no se opone.
Is your client interested in being screened for the steps court program?
Yeah. Yes.
¿Tiene interés en que lo evalúen para el programa de STEPS? Responde que sí.
And is he willing to waive time on the preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Y también él está dispuesto a renunciar al plazo legal para la audiencia preliminar. La respuesta es sí.
Then, Mr. Garibay, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services.
Señor Garibay, le voy a liberar a los servicios previos al juicio.
And order that you submit to any monitoring or treatment that they direct for you.
Y le ordeno que usted cumpla con todo el monitoreo o tratamiento que ellos le ordenen.
I'm going to set 2 hearings for you.
voy a fijar dos audiencias para usted.
The first will be for a screening into the STEPS court program, and that'll be September 30th at 9 a.m.
El primero va a ser la evaluación del programa de STEPS. Eso va a ser el 30 de septiembre a las 9 de la mañana.
Very important that you attend that hearing and participate fully in the STEPS court evaluation process.
Y es muy importante que usted se presente a esa audiencia y participe completamente en el proceso de evaluación para el programa de STEPS.
Because it may result in your case being disposed of in an alternate manner than having to take a plea or go to trial.
Porque eso puede resultar en que más adelante se retire su caso en lugar de que tenga que tomar un convenio declaratorio o ir a juicio.
I'm going to set a second hearing for you just in case that first one does not end successfully.
Y voy a fijar una segunda audiencia para usted solo en caso de que esa primera audiencia no tenga éxito.
That hearing will be on November 5th at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Y esa audiencia va a ser para el 5 de noviembre a la 1:30 de la tarde.
The first hearing will be here at the Pima County Superior Court.
La primera audiencia va a ser en el Tribunal Superior del Condado de Pima.
The second hearing will be at the Pima County Justice Court. Both courts are in downtown Tucson.
Y la segunda audiencia va a ser en el Tribunal de Paz, el Tribunal de Justicia del Condado de Pima. Y ambos tribunales quedan en el centro.
Once you're released, it is very important that you contact pretrial services and your attorneys immediately and stay in contact with them throughout the case, throughout the pendency of the case.
Es muy importante que usted se comunique con los servicios previos al juicio y con su abogada o abogado inmediatamente y que mantenga la comunicación y contacto con ellos durante todo el proceso de su caso.
Thank you very much, sir. That's all I have for you. You're excused.
Thank you.
Es todo, señor, y ya se puede retirar. Thank you.
Sure you go to this court date.
Thank you.
You could get your, totally dismissed, okay?
And
So,
can the jail confirm, do we have any other Spanish-speaking defendants this morning?
Not that we know of, Your Honor.
so
Then I'll dismiss the interpreter. Thank you very much for helping us out this morning.
That people took.
You're welcome, Your Honor, and thank you. Interpreter will now disconnect.
September 3rd, okay?
so they gotta give me
Go see if you can do the diversion.
Okay.
Okay.
Take every paperwork, just go back into the bid. Yeah. Have a seat.
Yeah,
Not this,
not this.
house.
Good morning. Please tell me your full name and date of birth.
Paul Day, Moditech, 6/30/1987.
All right, so good morning. It's time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here this morning based on, a warrant that was issued by Judge Raymond Carroll, Pima County Justice Court, Green Valley Justice Court.
Okay.
This warrant relates to a charge of misdemeanor domestic violence disorderly conduct,
Okay.
allegedly committed on March 17th of this year. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I'm just going to take a look. It appears you're being held on some other matters that aren't before me this morning.
Yeah, Your Honor, I just signed I'm going back to prison.
What was
I
your
just signed a plea. I just signed a plea. Oh, sorry.
All right, we'll just hang on, sir. So it's I don't want to get into any facts of your case, just, again, because nothing you're telling me is confidential or privileged. It's all being broadcast, so I don't want you to say anything that may adversely affect the status of your case. Given your circumstances, sir, I'm going to appoint Mr. Robin Ald, a contract attorney, to represent you. I will honor the bond amount requested by Judge Carroll, which is $500, and that's so you can potentially receive time credit if that's appropriate in your case.
Okay.
And I'm going to set a hearing for you on September 25th at 8:30 in the morning. That will likely be via video, the same way you're appearing right now.
Okay.
If you are somehow released on your other matters and do post the bond, I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, commit any acts of domestic violence, or have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim. So again, sir, that will be, your hearing will be on September 25th at 8:30 in the morning. Mr. Ald, your attorney's name and information will be in the court order from this hearing. You should reach out to him as soon as you can, and hopefully your matters all will resolve so you can be released from custody here at the Pima County.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, sir. You're excused. Bye-bye.
Your Honor,
Yes,
Valdez refused.
Valdez. Okay. Ezekiel. One second, she'll be right with you. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Sergio Escobar.
And your date of birth?
Oh, sorry. September 25th, 1992.
Thank you, Mr. Escobar. You're being seen here this morning based on a charge of in a felony fugitive warrant. This warrant appears to be out of Colorado. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Legal Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay?
Okay.
All right. Review the interim complaint as well as the pretrial services report. I believe Mr. Escobar's currently pending on another matter in Superior Court, CR 2025 4222. County Attorney's Office recommendation is $25,000 bond plus pretrial services. Anything else to add, Mr. Goodman?
In Your Honor, that was due to the prior conviction for a similar theft-related charge that he violated probation twice for. And as the court noted, he is pending a local felony matter that I believe he bonded out on, which again is for nearly identical conduct. It's vehicle theft out of Colorado. That's why the state's recommending the higher bond that it is.
All right, thank you. In defense,
Lower. He is pending a case here, and he's already released to pretrial services supervision. He this other case, it appears he's never been arrested on it, and likely wasn't aware that there were charges pending. So I'd ask that you consider release because he's already posted a bond on the case here, and allow him to set up something with Colorado so he can figure out a date and appear in Colorado for that case.
Thank you. One other thing. I'm likewise going to mirror the conditions in the other matter since I don't think that they're necessarily related. I don't believe this offense took place after the local matter, so I'm going to mirror the same conditions. $1,000 bond, cash secured. I'll note, well, there is no other felony hold. I'm going to order that if bond is posted, Mr. Escobar be under the supervision of pretrial services and submit to any conditions or monitoring or treatment they direct. And I'll set the felony warrant hearing for September 25th at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Is this for the same member?
This is for Colorado.
It looks the same.
Okay, so go back to your lawyer. Find out if you got to contact, no, that's legal.
And Judge, did you say the legal defender was appointed?
Yes, correct. The Pima County Legal Defender's Office.
Hearing
Thank you.
at 2:30. And, post time, okay?
Okay.
So, okay. Okay?
All right, thank you very much. That's all I have.
Okay,
Is this
pretrial services,
what's
because you have to go to pretrial services. You're already doing that, anyway.
okay?
Okay? You're already in contact with them, right? For your, when you were released, you
They
were,
released me for Monday at night.
okay. Okay,
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Tom Atkinson, November 30th, 1952.
All right, Mr. Atkinson, good morning.
Morning.
For your initial appearance, you're being seen here today based on a misdemeanor complaint alleging 4 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct and 1 count of domestic violence assault, allegedly committed, looks like yesterday evening. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you.
Okay.
I'm going to take a look here at some information from pretrial services to get a better sense of your case. I don't believe you're being held on any other matter.
No.
Okay. All right, sir. Looks like among the alleged victims, only one was able to be reached for comments. That is your spouse.
Okay.
She does not object to your being released, does not object to you returning home, and does wish to have further contact with you. The other named alleged victims could not be reached. And given your age and lack of criminal history, I'm inclined to release you on promise that you will appear at the Pima County Justice Court for an arraignment on October 1st. Can you do that, sir?
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Well, hang on. I need you to
Oh, yes, I'm
be
sorry.
able to promise that you will appear for an arraignment hearing on the
Yes,
first
yes, I
call.
will. Yes, yes, I will. Thank you.
I'm going to have to. Sir, can you advise? Do you live with Mr. Is it Christopher Taylor?
No,
Okay.
he is my stepson. He lives in Denver. He was down here with his girlfriend. Last night, we threw a, oh,
Well,
what
we
is it?
we don't need to go into the
Oh, I'm
facts. I
sorry.
just want to make sure you don't
Sorry.
live with. I just need to make sure you don't live with the other alleged victims. So, given that their input couldn't be solicited, I'm going to have to err on the side of caution. I'm going to order that you not have any contact of any kind with the other alleged victims. I will not order that for Miss your spouse, Miss Atkinson, based on her input given to pretrial services. So the bottom line there is you can certainly return home. You can interact, have communication with your wife. However, just to remind you that that interaction has to be peaceful, respectful, and off at all times. If your wife does not wish to have any more contact with you, you have to the area. Okay, stop having contact. As far as the other alleged victims, again, just because I don't have any input from them, I have to err on the side of caution. I'm going to order no contact with them, but you can certainly bring the matter up with Judge Foster, who will be the judge that you will be seeing on the 1st. All right. All right, sir. You'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearings. Do not miss any of them. Otherwise, you could end up right back in custody. Okay.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
All right. Thank you, sir. That's all I have for you. You're excused.
Thank you. Oh.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Raymond Garcia, 12/12/86.
All right, Mr. Garcia. Good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on, looks like, 2 warrants out of the city of South Tucson. The first relates to a charge of domestic violence disorderly conduct from January of last year. The second relates to a separate act of domestic violence disorderly conduct and an allegation of domestic violence criminal damage, both from March of last year. And you also have some misdemeanor matters out of the Tucson City Court related to a charge of disorderly conduct from October of 2023. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and in your South Tucson matters, I'm going to appoint Mr. Michael Vaughn to represent you. His contact information is going to be in the paperwork you'll receive. On the South Tucson matters, I'm going to honor Judge Marilu Navidad's request and impose a bond of $1,000. That'll be cash or secured. I'm going to order that if you are able to post a bond and are released, that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not possess any firearms or weapons, and surrender any firearms you may have to law enforcement, and that you not commit any acts of domestic violence. I'm also going to order that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victims, to include going to their place of work or residence. And lastly, I'm going to set a hearing for you for tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And that'll likely be by video. So you'll be seeing the South Tucson City Magistrate in the same way you're appearing before me today. On the city court matter, excuse me. I'm going to set a hearing for November the 21st at 9 a.m. And that'll be in front of Judge Blue. At the Tucson City Court, and I will also appoint, just make sure you've had, I'm gonna appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. You'll remain in custody of the bond. If it is posted, please make sure and attend all your hearings. Otherwise, warrant could issue for your arrest and you can end up right back in custody. Thank you.
Your Honor, we
Yes.
just want to clarify the bond on Garcia. It was $1,000, but for the last one that you just talked about, is there a bond set?
I'm sorry, no, I'm not setting a bond on that matter.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Aurora Gutierrez, 02104.
All right. Gutierrez. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today of domestic violence and disorderly conduct that allegedly occurred earlier this morning. To remind you, do you have the right to remain silent and anything you say can be held against you? Let's see. To remind you, do you have the right to remain silent and anything you say can be held against you? Let's see. Taking a look here at your file and to the pretrial services report. Don't appear you're being held on any other matter. And it does appear that the alleged victim doesn't object to having further contact with you and doesn't object to your release. So given all that, I'm going to order you released, provided you promise me you will appear at a hearing on October the 1st at 10:30 at the Pima County Justice Court here in downtown Tucson. Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
And then I'll release you on your promise to appear. Again, that hearing is going to be on October 1st at 10:30 in the morning here at the Pima County Justice Court in downtown Tucson. The address will be on the court order you received for this hearing. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and that you not commit any acts of domestic violence. I will not order no contact with the victim based on their input to pretrial services, but I do need to remind you that any contact you do have with the alleged victim does need to be peaceful, respectful, and if they choose to not have any contact with you or break off contact, then you need to abide by that and leave the area. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then that is all I have for you. You'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearing. Otherwise, a warrant could issue for your arrest.
Thank you.
You. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Troy Allen Hemmings. And September 9th, 2005.
Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Hammond. Good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here this morning based on a warrant. Well, there's a few different matters. We'll go through them. The first involves a warrant that was issued for your arrest by Judge Raymond Carroll. I'm sorry, 3 warrants that were issued for your arrest by Judge Carroll out of the Pima County Justice Court in Green Valley. These relate to charges of disorderly conduct, and one has an additional alcohol violation. Other matter is a petition to revoke probation in the Tucson City Court. Was filed. I remind you, do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and on the justice court matters, I'm going to appoint Ms. Janet Altschuler to represent you. Her contact information is going to be in the paperwork you received from this hearing. And I'm going to set a hearing for you tomorrow. I'm sorry, on the 25th at 8:30 in the morning. And I'm going to honor the bonds requested by Judge Carroll. So it's 100 to, so $300 total. That can be cash and secured. I'll order that you not have any contact with any alleged victim in this case, to include the victim's place of work or residence. And order that you not have any alcohol or illegal drugs in your possession or domestic violence. On the city court matter. I'm going to honor the bond amount requested in the warrant from Judge Floats. And that's $2,500 cash or secured. I'm going to appoint attorney. Represent you. I'll enter denials to the calculation. And I'm going to set a hearing for you in this matter on October 6th at 1:30 in the afternoon. In front of Judge Wendy Millian. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. You're going to have a couple different attorneys helping you with your matters. Please make sure and contact them and remain in contact with them. If you are released, please make sure and attend all your hearings. Otherwise, you can end up right back in custody, okay? Thank you. You're excused. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Cynthia Ortiz, 5792.
All right, Mr. Ortiz. Good morning. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today on a few different matters. The first involves a warrant that was issued for your arrest by Judge Raymond Carroll at the Green Valley Justice Court. This relates to a charge of DUI allegedly committed on or about June 7th of last year. The second is a warrant that was issued by Judge Alexander Ball, the Pima County Justice Court. This relates to charges of disorderly conduct, domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and criminal damage. And these were allegedly committed earlier this year, January 19th. And then you also have 4 cases pending in the Tucson City Courts related to charges of assault, misdemeanor assault, disorderly conduct, criminal trespass, and DUI. Allegedly committed on July 2nd of last year. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. On the in the Green Valley case, I'm gonna put an attorney for you on all your cases, just so that there can be somebody trying to sort out all the issues and give you some proper advice. On your justice court cases, I'm going to appoint the same attorney, Mr. Robin Ald. And I'm going to set a hearing for you for September 25th at 8:30 in the morning. If you are released, I'm going to not drive without a valid license. Possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. And I will honor the bond requested by Judge Carroll at $300. That'll be cash as secured. On your other justice court matter, again, I'm going to appoint Mr. Ald. And set a little bit more expedited hearing. That'll be tomorrow, the 22nd at 1 p.m. And that'll be in front of Judge Miller. I'm likewise going to honor the bond requested by Judge Ball in that case, $250. I'm also going to order that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victims or alleged victim to include going to their place of work or residence. And lastly, in the Tucson City Court matter, I'm going to appoint Mr. Gary Grinkowitz to represent you. And honor the bond amount, which is $200. In all cases, I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, have any contact with any alleged victims, to include going to where they work or live. Oops. All right, ma'am, got a lot of going on. You're going to have attorneys representing you. Please contact them and stay in contact with them throughout the pendency of all your cases. And above all else, do not miss any hearings in your case. Otherwise, you can end up right back in custody, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Jason Michael Fry, May 5th, 1976.
Mr. Shibe. Good morning. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here this morning based on a misdemeanor charge of false reporting to law enforcement, allegedly occurring yesterday afternoon. To remind you, do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. It appears you're being held on another matter, and that's not in front of me today. That's in the Superior Court. So on this matter, I'm not going to hold you on a bond. I will set a hearing for you at the Marana Municipal Court. And that'll be on October 15th at 10 a.m. I'm going to I'll note that you're being held on the other felony matter for sake of the court's knowledge, but hopefully you'll be out of custody by the time you're seen in Marana.
How, I'm not sure how that works, Your Honor. With what was going on with Superior, I worked with the bond company the day of. There was a failure to appear. And I had 3 Ubers cancel on me to get to court that morning. We had filed that same day for a motion to quash the warrant and then to reset the date. The next morning, the Donaldson date had been set, and then the bond company had called and said that that would just be the next court date for both a bond hearing and the Donald would be on that October 2nd. My concern with the officers yesterday was that, you know, my fiance she was kind of groggy, you know, just going to the grocery store. Yes, I knew better. We didn't know for sure, but she got stopped. They run my ID. And then now, you know, she's stuck alone and I won't have court until the 2nd, and she's got no care. I got no way to take care of anything at home. So we just need to figure out the best way that we could try and handle this. And still have court, you know, on the 2nd.
And I think you're referring to your Superior Court matter, a felony matter.
Yes.
That's not in front of me right now. So I don't have that file. I don't have that case. What I have in front of me is your Marana case from yesterday. So on that matter, you're not being held. You will hopefully be able to attend to that hearing. If not in person, then seen virtually the same way you're appearing in front of me this morning. As far as the conditions of release in your Superior Court matter, the best I can say is talk with your assigned attorney in that case, and you can ask for some sort of modification to your conditions from the Superior Court judge, but that's not in front of me this morning, okay? All right, sir. And that's all I have.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
William Joe Bear. 12/8/62.
All right. Mr. Bell, good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. Excuse me. You're being seen here today based on a warrant that was issued for your arrest by Judge Jeffrey Clotes at the Tucson City Court. And this relates to charges of possession of drug paraphernalia and failing to appear. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Let me just make sure you're not being held on any other matter. Okay. So it does appear you're being held on a separate matter in the Superior Court. That's not in front of me this morning. The only thing I have in front of me is that charge out of the Tucson City Court. So on that matter, I'm going to set a hearing for you. That'll be on July 21st. I'm sorry, November 21st at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Maldonado. I'm going to appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you, given that you do have the felony matter in Superior Court. And further order that if you are released in the Superior Court matter, I'm not going to hold you on the City Court. So if you are released, I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. Again, your hearing will be on the 21st of November at 9 a.m. If you are still in custody at that time, you'll be seen by the judge over video, the same way you're appearing in front of me now. Otherwise, please make sure and attend your hearings. Otherwise, a warrant could issue for your arrest. Thank you. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date?
My name is Victor Cruz, 11/8/1975.
All right, Mr. Cruz, good morning. It's time set for your initial appearance. Excuse me. You're being seen here today based on a misdemeanor charge out of the Tucson City Court related to misdemeanor domestic violence assault and misdemeanor domestic violence disorderly conduct, allegedly occurring earlier today. To remind you, you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I'm just going to take a look here at your file and at the pretrial services report so I can get a little bit more information about your case. Just give me 1 minute. All right, so I don't believe you're being held on any other matter. Do you reside with the alleged victim?
Yes, I do.
All right. And I believe you pretrial services spoke with your girlfriend who offered to assume third-party custody and allow you to use her residence. And unfortunately, pretrial services couldn't reach the alleged victim. So, Mr. Cruz, I'm going to set a hearing for you in front of Judge Hale at the Tucson City Court. That hearing will be on October 22nd at 10 a.m. And again, they'll be in front of Judge Hale at the Tucson City Court. If I release you, you promise me you will appear at that hearing, sir?
Sure will.
Thank you. Then I'll release you on your promise. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, and that you have no contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where they work or live. Since you did reside with the alleged victim, I will allow you to return to the residence one time with a police escort, which means before you go and to gather any personal belongings, you have to call police. You can use the non-emergency line 311, have them present with you while you're gathering your belongings, and then leave with them. You're not allowed to go to the residence otherwise. Do you understand that?
Your Honor, that's my property. It's my house. In that situation, what should I do?
Well, I'm not ordering that you not go back to that property. I'm ordering that you not go to wherever the the alleged victim resides. So if the alleged victim is going to be residing at that place, then yes, you're going to have to find alternate living space. If the alleged victim vacates, leaves, and goes find the other residence, my order simply precludes you from having any contact with them going to where they are currently living or working. You understand?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And with that, sir, I don't have anything further for you. I'm sorry, I do need to advise you. I am going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf to all of these charges and advise you that you do have a right to an attorney that may be appointed to you by the court or obtained by you at your own expense. You also have the right to attend all hearings in this case, to include a trial where you are presumed innocent and the burden of proving you guilty is on the state. And that burden is to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. However, if you fail to attend any hearings or trial in this case, those hearings and that trial could proceed in your absence. You could have new charges filed against you, and you could have a warrant issued for your arrest. Additionally, if you are found guilty at a trial and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, then you may lose the right to appeal that conviction. You understand all that, sir?
I sure do.
Well, that's all I have for you. You'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend all your hearings, and good luck. Thank you. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Jesus Manuel Gamez, May 20, 1984.
Mr. Gomez, good morning. It's time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on charges of criminal trespass in the third degree, criminal damage, and possession of a prescription drug.
Okay.
All allegedly occurring yesterday. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Just take a look, make sure you're not pending on anything else. All right. Don't believe you got anything else pending against you, sir, given that fact and that this is a non-victim related case. I'm going to release you on promise that you will appear at a hearing on these charges on October 20th at 2 p.m. at the Tucson City Court. Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I'll release you on your promise to appear. That hearing is going to be, like I said, on October 20th at 2 p.m. in front of Judge Verena. I'm going to order that you not return to wherever this incident allegedly occurred, and that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm also going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf to these charges, and further advise you that in addition to your right to remain silent, you also have a right to an attorney that you may obtain at your own expense, or it may be appointed to you. One may be appointed to you by the court based on your circumstances. You also have the right to attend all hearings in this case, to include a trial where you are presumed innocent, and the burden of proving you guilty is on the state. And that burden is to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. However, if you fail to attend hearings or a trial in this case, they could proceed in your absence. New charges could be filed against you, and a warrant could be issued for your arrest. Additionally, if you're found guilty at a trial and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, then you may lose the right to appeal that conviction. Do you understand all that, sir?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Then you'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearings. Otherwise, bad things could happen. Good luck.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
You. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Maricela Ramirez, 6/30/1993.
I'm sorry, can you please repeat your full name and date of birth, please?
Yes, Maricela Ramirez, June 30th of 1993.
Okay. All right, Miss Garcia, I have a citation here for you, named out to alternate name. I believe your AKAs were also verified. The charges alleged here are domestic violence, assault, and domestic violence disorderly conduct, allegedly occurring yesterday evening.
Yes.
I also have some other matters pending in the city court related to resisting arrest, obstruction of justice, and simple assault. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Just make sure, don't believe you're being held on anything else. All right. I believe there's the alleged victim is on the line. Mr. Ramirez.
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning, sir. My name is Judge Dia. I am presiding over this session of initial appearances. The purpose of this hearing is to discuss the potential conditions of release that may apply to Ms. Garcia. We're not discussing any of the facts of the case or guilt, innocence, anything like that. We're simply talking about whether or not Ms. Garcia will be released, and if so, under what conditions. So if you have anything you'd like me to know about that, whether you have safety concerns or not, whether you have anything that you'd like me to know before I make my decision about conditions of release, please feel free to do so right now.
To be very honest with you, Your Honor, I don't object to her release, but I don't want her here at the property, and I would prefer no contact. She's attempted to call me 41 times from the jail. That's last night, and I'm honestly just not in a position to have a conversation with her right now. I'm very much at a loss for words.
Okay. All right, sir. Anything else you'd like me to know?
No, Your Honor, just that I would not like to be contacted right now.
Understood. All right, sir. Thank you very much. All right, Ms. Garcia. Given the alleged victim's input, I am going to order that you not have any contact of any kind with him. And that will include going to where he lives or works. Though I will allow you to, and I'm correct in assuming, Mr. Ramirez, did you reside with Ms. Garcia?
Yes, sir, we live together.
And my children. Am I allowed to see my children?
Well, that's not before me right now, ma'am. That's a family law matter that you guys will have to resolve through an alternate branch of the Superior Court. For now, I'm going to order that you not have any contact with Mr. Ramirez, to include going to where he works or lives. I will allow you to return one time to gather any personal belongings that you have. That will be with a police escort. So if you wish to gather any personal belongings, you're first going to have to contact law enforcement. You can use 311, the non-emergency line. You will arrange for a police escort to be with you at the residence when you gather belongings, and you will leave with them. You're not allowed to go back to the residence otherwise. Do you understand?
I do. My cell phone and everything's included, so I'm not sure how I'm supposed to contact them. I have nothing on me, not even shoes.
Your Honor, I spoke to her mother this morning, and her mother had said that she was willing to come by and pick up her things. I would be more than happy to arrange that with her mother so that she can have her cell phone and her clothing and her wallet and all of those things.
Sure, and that's between you and Ms. Garcia's mother. I'm simply ordering that if Ms. Garcia wishes to gather any personal belongings herself, that she'll have to arrange with a police escort to ensure everybody's safe and peaceful. And that's only if she elects to do so. So, Ms. Garcia, like I said, I'm going to order no contact. I will not hold you in custody on this matter, provided you promise me you will appear at a hearing in front of Judge Wendy Million at the Tucson City Court
I
on
shall.
October 28th. Can you do that?
I can.
All right. Then I will release you on your promise to appear. I will set that hearing for October 28th at 1:30 in the afternoon in front of Judge Million at the Tucson City Court. Again, I'm going to order that you not have any contact with the alleged victim,
That is fine. Thank you. I do not wish to have contact with him either.
that you not commit any acts of domestic violence or possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. All right, ma'am. That's all I have for you. You'll be released later today. Please make sure and abide by all these conditions and attend all hearings. Otherwise, a warrant could issue for your arrest.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ramirez, thank you very much. You can disconnect now if you wish.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day.
You too.
Hello, Judge.
Hello, Your Honor.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
My full name is Neil John Kirimjanov. My date of birth is October 26, 1994.
All right, sir. Good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a single charge of obstructing a highway or thoroughfare, allegedly occurring earlier today.
What does it mean? I'm sorry.
To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Doesn't appear being held on any other matter. And this is a non-victim related case. So, sir, I'm going to set a hearing for you. That'll be on October 27th at 9:30 in the morning. If I release you from custody, will you promise me you will appear at that hearing?
First, I'll appeal with the hearing. I mean, like, why am I in the custody for just for being on the road?
Well, sir, because you're alleged to have violated state law, which precludes people from obstructing or impeding a highway or public road. You are presumed innocent of these charges, and I am entering a plea of not guilty on your behalf. So at this point, you are presumed innocent. It is only if you are proven guilty or plead guilty that that circumstance will change. But for now, you have a charge pending. That is in the Tucson City Court, and that'll be in front of Judge Gary Hale. I am setting a hearing for you on October 27th, and I am prepared to release you from custody so long as you promise me you will appear at that hearing. Can you promise me you'll do that, sir?
Of course, I'm gonna appear, but I wanna do I wanna sue the policeman.
Well, that's up to you, sir, but right now I'm just talking about whether or not I can release you from custody.
Yeah, I'll be there, sir. I'll be there, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Then I will release you on your promise to appear. Again, I'm entering pleas of not guilty on your behalf. And again, advising you, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney that you may procure at your own expense. And you have a right to attend all hearings in this case, to include the one that I set for you on the 27th, as well as a trial, where again you are presumed innocent and the burden of proving otherwise is on the state, and the burden is to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. However, if you fail to attend any hearing in this case, to include the one I set for you on the 27th, or a trial, then you may have additional charges filed against you. You may have a warrant issued for your arrest, and those hearings and that trial could proceed in your absence, which means you wouldn't have the opportunity to present a defense in your own case. Additionally, if you're found guilty at a trial of this charge and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days, you could lose your right to appeal that conviction. Do you understand that, sir?
Thank you. Yeah, I did understand.
Okay. Then you'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearings. Otherwise, you could end up right back in jail, okay? And that's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. You're excused. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Melda Tautimas, and it's 9/18/81.
Ms. Thema, good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on two charges, misdemeanor counts of domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and domestic violence criminal damage. To remind you, do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I'm just going to take a look here at your file to get some more information about your case. All right, ma'am. I don't believe you're being held on any other matter. And unfortunately, pretrial services couldn't reach the alleged victim in this case. Am I correct that you reside with the
I'm sorry, what was that again?
You reside with the alleged victim?
Yes.
Live with them?
Yes.
You have alternate housing you could go to if I release you.
Yes.
Then I'm going to set a hearing for you on, October the 21st at 2:30 p.m. in, oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. That's October the 28th at 1:30 p.m. in front of Judge Wendy Million at the Tucson City Court.
Okay.
That hearing will be an arraignment so that you can be properly advised of the charges and how your case may proceed. If I release you, again, will you promise me you will appear at that hearing?
Yes, sir.
No release on your promise. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, and that you not have any contact with the alleged victim, include going to where he works or lives. I will allow you to return to the home if you wish to gather any personal belongings. However, you're going to do that with a police escort. So if you wish to gather your personal belongings, you're going to have to call law enforcement. You can use 311, the non-emergency line, and arrange for a police officer or sheriff's deputy to be present with you while you gather your personal belongings, and you have to leave with them. You're not allowed to go to the residence otherwise. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now you said you have alternate housing. If you do need assistance with housing, there are resources that the jail can point you to. But otherwise, I'm going to release you. Please make sure and attend your hearing on the 28th and abide by all the conditions I've set for you. Otherwise, you can end up right back in custody, okay? All right, thank you. You're excused. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
It's Robin Marie Alvarado, June 8th, 1967. The name on the paperwork is my former married name, so I don't know why it's still.
Okay. So you were booked under Robin Marie Young. Is that your maiden name?
No, that's my former married name. So that's my first marriage. I've been married for 13 years now. I don't know why it's not changed.
That's right. Just confirm your date of birth is June 8th, 1967?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Ms. Alvarado, this is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on 2 misdemeanor charges of domestic violence assault and domestic violence disorderly conduct. These allegedly occurred earlier this morning. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you.
That was last night.
I'm just going
But
to
yeah.
take a look here at your file for a second. Okay, so just give me 1 minute. All right, Ms. Alvarado. I don't believe you're being held on any other matter here. And unfortunately, the alleged victim couldn't be reached for comment on conditions. I'm going to set a hearing for you on October the 21st at 2:30 in the afternoon in front of Judge Sarah Mayhew at the Tucson City Court. If I release you from custody, will you promise me you will appear at that hearing?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Then I will release you on your promise to appear. In order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, commit any acts of domestic violence, and most importantly, that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where they work or live. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Lastly, I enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf of these charges and advise you that you are presumed innocent, and it is on the state's burden to prove you guilty, and that burden is to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You also have a right to an attorney, which may be appointed to you by the court based on your circumstances or obtained by you at your own expense. You also have the right to attend all hearings in your case, to include a trial where, again, you are presumed innocent, burden proving otherwise on the state. However, if you fail to attend any hearing in your case, to include a trial, that hearing or that trial could proceed in your absence. You could have new charges filed against you, or a warrant could issue for your arrest. Additionally, if you're found guilty at a trial and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days of being, because of your own absence, then you could lose the right to appeal that conviction. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And with that, you'll be released. Please make sure and attend your hearings. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Norman?
Gorman was the other one with the victim on. Okay. Morning, can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Scott Edward Gorman, 3/28/80.
All right, Mr. Gorman, good morning. This is time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on two matters. One, relates to a criminal complaint alleging domestic violence, criminal damage, domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and domestic violence, threats, and intimidation. And the other involves a separate offense of domestic violence, criminal damage. The first offense relates to, they relate to September 6th, and the second relates to October the 28th. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Give me 1 second. I need to take a look at. Could the pretrial services representative please double check to see if Mr. Gorman's pretrial service report was uploaded? I don't see it here, but I could be missing something.
Your Honor, give me one moment. Let me double check.
No problem. Thank you. I'm sorry, sir. I need to take a look at some information from pretrial services just to get a better sense of your case before I make any decisions about a release. So if you just bear with us for 1 second.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, it should be up viewable right now.
Okay, thank you. I can see it. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, so thank you for bearing with me. I'm going to set your matter for an arraignment on October the 1st. Oh, you know what? My apologies. I believe we have an alleged victim on the line.
Yes.
My apologies, ma'am. Again, good morning. My name is Judge Padilla. I'm presiding over this session of the initial appearances. The purpose of today's hearing is to discuss whether or not Mr. Gorman will be released from custody, and if so, under what circumstances. The purpose of this hearing is not to adjudicate any facts, so we're not going to be talking about what allegedly occurred, plea agreements, sentencing, anything like that. This is simply to determine whether or not Mr. Gorman will be released and under what circumstances. So if you have anything you'd like me to know related to that, your personal feelings about having further contact with him, conditions that you would like to see imposed if he is released, please feel free to speak to that right now, if you'd like to.
Love my husband. And he's not the man that he's been for the last few months. My husband has morals and values and integrity. And in the last 3 months, he's gone down a road with another woman that has destroyed everything for him. I want him to come home, but I'm afraid that if I say he can be released, that he's just going to go back down that road. And I've lived a nightmare for 3 months of harassment, threatening messages, her controlling him, and he won't break away from her, even though he knows she's just using him. He promised me when I bonded him out in August that he would have no contact with her. And it was within minutes of me picking him up that he was back on the phone, and things have just escalated. There's so much going on. My husband is a good man. This person right here, I don't know what to think about him. I know he's still in there because when she runs back to her other boyfriend, my husband starts coming back and he starts talking to me and realizing what was wrong. And then she calls and he just runs back. And honestly, I can't keep living my life like this with those two out here. I have had a car wrecked. That's my financial responsibility that he covered for her for, a $44,000 car. I have had a horse killed. I have had to cancel my cards because they keep draining my accounts. I've had to change the door code on my truck. There is so much, and it's her influence. That is the defining point right there. That is the defining point. If that's where he wants to be, then he needs to stay right there. If he's willing to actually move, cut her loose 100%, I don't want a no contact order. I am the only person in his life that is not an addict. I am the only person in his life that is sober. I'm the only person that talks to him within reason. He is surrounded by addicts and junkies. And this is what is leading to the problems we're having. We've never had these problems before. He's never been that type of person. But she manipulates him and twists and turns and fuels him so that when he shows up at our house, he is ready and looking for a fight, 100%. I'm not an angel. I played a part in this. I played a part in where we stand here today. I made excuses for him for years. I enabled his addiction. And everything, it led him down this path. And I will take my own accountability for it. I love my husband and I want him home with me. But I've been paying for the last 3 months.
Thank you, ma'am. Just to clarify, do you object to Mr. Gorman being released from custody?
I don't even know how to answer that.
Okay. Do you said you wish to have further contact with him? Right.
Yeah, I don't care if I have contact with him, but he can't be around the influences he's around right now. And that's just honest. And if that's where he's going to be, then he needs to stay right there. And I hate to say that because the last thing I ever wanted was for my husband to see another jail cell. Because eventually she's going to twist him up enough that somebody's going to get hurt.
All right, ma'am. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Gorman, based on the alleged victim's input, I'm not going to hold you on this matter. I will release you on your own cognizance, provided you promise me you will appear at your arraignment hearing on October 1st. Will you do that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Then I'll release you on your promise. I am not going to order no contact based on Mrs. Gordon's input, though I will reemphasize that you are not to possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. You are not to commit any acts of domestic violence, and any contact you have with Miss Gordon has to be peaceful, respectful, and if she decides not to have any contact with you, you need to leave the area. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Gordon, as I just indicated, I'm not going to order that Mr. Gorman not have any contact with you. However, if you wish to have any of those conditions modified, you can certainly communicate with the Pima County Attorney's Office or contact law enforcement. That's up to you. Okay?
Okay.
All right, sir. You'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearings. Otherwise, a warrant can issue for your arrest, and you can end up right back in custody. And please make sure and abide by all conditions I've set for you this morning.
Yes, Your Honor.
And thank you very much, sir. You're excused.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gordon. You may disconnect now if you wish.
Thanks.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Joseph Hashim Baganza, 4289.
All right, sir. Thank you. Good morning. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a felony incident complaint alleging aggravated shoplifting, allegedly occurring yesterday, the 20th. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions, please speak with her before saying anything out loud.
Sure.
All right. Taking a look at the pretrial services report and the incident complaint. It appears the state is moving to dismiss without prejudice. Is that correct, Mr. Goodman?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Thank you. So no objection from defense?
No.
Okay. All right, sir.
Thank you.
At this point, state's dismissing the case. They could certainly bring it back if they wish to, but for now, you'll be released on these charges. Thank you.
No.
Leo, yep. Did they move?
Sorry, I missed that one.
See you, Chair.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Leo Jesus Contreras, 12582.
All right, thank you, Mr. Contreras. Good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today on two different matters. The first involves a felony interim complaint alleging disorderly conduct with a weapon, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of a dangerous drug, allegedly occurring yesterday, the 20th. The second matter is a city court case involving charges of failing to appear, criminal trespass in the first degree, disorderly conduct, criminal trespass in the third degree, criminal damage, and repeats of the same offenses. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and on your felony matter, I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. All right. I've taken a look at the interim complaint as well as pretrial services. I don't note any other holds for Mr. Contreras. He was rated a 6 out of 6 on the NCAA and FTA scales. I'll get to the misdemeanor matter in a bit. I do note there is 7 prior felony convictions from 2003, the most recent being 2020. County Attorney's Office recommendation is $10,000 bond plus pretrial services supervision. Anything else to add from the state?
Judge, just given the allegations of threatening the victim with a pole and a razor, I guess, attached to the end of that pole. He's got the 2 misdemeanor warrants for cases from 2024, as well as, I believe, new misdemeanor charges that aren't from yesterday, but I believe they're from April earlier of this year, Judge.
April 28th, yeah. Okay, defense?
Judge, I have nothing to add to the report.
Thank you. All right. Then, Mr. Contreras, I am inclined to agree with the state. I'm going to order a $7,500 cash secured bond. I'm going to order supervision by pretrial services if you are able to post a bond. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs or possess any firearms or weapons. If you have any firearms in your possession, you need to surrender those to law enforcement if within 48 hours of being released. I'm going to order that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where this incident occurred. I'll set a preliminary hearing for October 1st at 1:30 in the afternoon. And on the Tucson City Court matter, set a hearing for, actually, give me 1 second. I'm going to set a hearing for November 21st at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Jay Cranshaw at the Tucson City Court. I'll enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf, Mr. Contreras, and further advise you that you are presumed innocent, and the burden of proving you guilty is on the state, and that burden is to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Tucson City Public Defender's Office to represent you. Their contact information will be in the court order you'll receive. I further advise you that you have a right to attend all hearings in your case to conclude a trial, where again you are presumed innocent and the burden of proving otherwise at the state. However, if you fail to attend any hearing or trial in this case, they may proceed in your absence. A warrant could issue for your arrest or new charges could be filed against you. Additionally, if you're found guilty at a trial and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, then you may lose the right to appeal any conviction. You understand all that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. You'll have attorneys assisting you in both your matters. Touch with them today on the next stage of your case. Yeah, excused.
Yeah.
Defense wish to waive reading of the charges in this matter?
Yes.
All right. Waive reading. Counsel will avoid discussing any alleged fact. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
2170, Theodore Randall.
All right, Mr. Randall, good morning. It's time to type your initial
Morning.
case. You're being seen here on some felony charges that your counsel can discuss with you. I'm going to advise you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. All right, I've reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report, as well as state's recommendation. Do note there aren't any other holds for Mr. Randall. He was rated a 4 and a 3 on the NCAFTA scales. There was no victim or victim representative input gathered, and it does appear there are 9 prior felony convictions from, looks to be 3 different states. Including Arizona. County Attorney's Office recommendation was for $250,000 bond with pretrial services supervision. Anything else to add, Mr. Goodman?
Yes, Judge, other than the aberrant nature of the allegations and the significant criminal history across 3 states, I would note the NVCA flag. He is facing significant mandatory flat prison time. And in light of the history as well and the allegations, he would be considered a flight risk in the state's opinion.
Thanks, sir. Defense?
Yes, Your Honor. If he's able to bond out, he would stay in a place where no minors reside. He's retired, and his last case ended in 2013.
All right, thank you. I'm inclined to agree with the state based on the facts as alleged, including the recommendation or request for bond made by the Marana Police Department. I'll oppose a $250,000 cash bond and order pretrial services supervision if bond is posted. Mr. Randall, I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol, arms, or weapons, and that you surrender any firearm you may have in your possession to law enforcement within 48 hours of being released, should you post bond. I'll order that you be under the supervision of pretrial services, that you have no contact of any kind with the alleged victims, to include going to where they work or live. I'll further order that if you are able to post bond, you shall not reside with any minors. I'm going to set the preliminary hearing for October 1st at 1:30 in the afternoon. And that's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. You're excused.
Talk to your lawyer.
Okay, so is that all 250,000 or is it 10%?
No, it's cash bond, $50,000. Okay. You can talk to your lawyer about your condition to release.
Okay, all right.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Raul Paredes would be at 92676.
Mr. Urbina, good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on 3 warrants that were issued. You have 3 warrants as well as a state court case involving new charges of possession of drug paraphernalia and a traffic violation allegedly occurring yesterday. We're going to talk about the warrants first. First one I have in front of me is related to charges of theft of means of transportation, allegedly occurring in February of this year. Bond amount requested is $2,500 and signed by Judge Sue Canaster. Second warrant involves charges of possession of a narcotic drug and possession of drug paraphernalia also from February of this year. Listed bond amount is $500 and also signed by Judge Canaster. And the third warrant from Pima County Justice Court, Judge Erica Cornejo. This relates to charges of shoplifting, failing to appear, and criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, occurring on March 11th and April 13th of this year. Bond amount there is listed as $500. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you on all these cases, on the felony matters. Mr. Beanie, you awake there?
Yeah.
All right, just can't see you, so got to make sure you can hear me. So, on your felony matters, I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. Pick off services. Do note Mr. Urbina is a 5 and 5 on the NCFTA scales and does appear that Mr. Urbina couldn't participate with pretrial services interviews. And the 2 prior felony convictions from 2018 and 2019, respectively. Both included failure to appear after release. County Attorney's Office recommendation on we'll talk about the first theft of means transportation warrants, was to impose the bond amount, $2,500. And on the second warrant for narcotic possession, same thing, impose the bond amount plus pretrial services. Anything else to add from the state?
Just that the bond recommendations were made in light of his history of failure to appear, Your Honor.
Thank you. Defense?
Yes, it appears that they issued a summons mailed to general delivery, which means he's probably homeless, and that
I never got him.
he probably wasn't aware that he had these cases pending. So he didn't purposely miss court. He just didn't know he had 2 cases or a court.
All right, thank you. I will honor Judge Canaster's request and impose the bonds respective to each warrant. It'll be $2,500 cash secured and with pretrial services supervision. On the first warrant matter, theft of means, I'm going to further order no contact with the alleged victim and set the arraignment for September 29th at 1:30 in the afternoon. On the second narcotics case, likewise, again, $500 bond, but I'll impose no alcohol or illegal drugs and set the arraignment for the same date, September 29th at 1:30. On the misdemeanor matter, I'm going to set a arraignment date for October 1st at 9:30 in front of Judge Foster. I will note the other felony holds, so the court is aware in case he is still in custody at that time. I'll order likewise no contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to the incident location. He will not be held on bond in that matter. He will be released ROR. And on the city court matter, I'm going to set a pretrial hearing for November 21st at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Bond at the city court. I further advise you, Mr. Urbina, that you are presumed innocent, and I am entering pleas of not guilty on your behalf. You have the right to counsel, and I'm appointing the City Public Defender's Office to represent you. You also have the right to attend all hearings in this matter, to include a trial where you are presumed innocent, and the burden of proving you guilty is on the state, and that burden is proved beyond a reasonable doubt. However, if you fail to attend any hearing in your case, new charges could be filed against you, a warrant could be issued, and those hearings could proceed in your absence. If you are found guilty at a trial and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days of being convicted because of your own absence, then you may lose the right to appeal any conviction. Do you understand all that, sir?
Yes.
That's all I have for you. Thank you. You're excused. All right. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Adriana Aguilar, 12/30/1986.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Aguilar. This is time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a felony warrant related to a charge of theft of means of transportation, allegedly occurring on April 28th of last year. This is from Judge Michelle Metzger at the Pima County Superior Court. Listed bond amount is $5,000. You're also being seen on a separate charge, or warrant rather, from the Tucson City Court. This relates to charges of DUI and having open container of liquor in a passenger vehicle. These are from March 25th of 2023. Listed bond amount there is $250. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay? All right. According to pretrial services, no other holds. Aguilar was a 3 and a 4 on the NCFTA scales and did appear to be aware of the warrant itself prior to today's date. Community ties were established, third party community reference couldn't be reached. And Ms. Aguilar has no prior felony criminal history. County Attorney's Office recommendation is $5,000 per the amount of the warrant. Anything else that from the state?
Yes, Your Honor, as you noted that she was aware of the warrant, but I looked up the 2023 DUI case and a warrant had to issue at least twice for her arrest on that matter. So that's why the state is asking the court to affirm the warrant amount in the felony matter.
Thank you. Defense?
Yes, we'd ask that you consider release to supervision of pretrial services. She has no prior felonies in her background, and it appears that she's caring for a minor age child, also lives with two adult children, and has ties to the
Thank you. I am going to honor Judge Metzger's requested bond amount. That'll be $5,000 cash or secured with pretrial services supervision if bond is posted. I'll order no contact with the alleged victim to include going to their place of work or residence. And I'll set the arraignment date for September 29th at 1:30 in the afternoon. On the city court matter, likewise, I'm going to appoint the city public defender's office to represent you and enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. I'll set a video review hearing at 1:45 in the afternoon. And I'll honor the bond requested by the warrant of $250, cash or secured. And order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, or drive without a valid license. Lastly, I'll advise you that, again, you are presumed innocent. The burden of proving you guilty is on the state. And that burden is to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You also have a right to attend all hearings in your case. However, if you fail to attend any hearing, that hearing, including the trial, may proceed in your absence. You can have new charges filed against you and a warrant could issue for your arrest. Additionally, if you're found guilty at a trial and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, then you may lose the right to appeal any conviction from that trial. Do you understand all that?
Yes. What date is the city court date?
That will be hearing on September 30th, so one day after the arraignment in the Superior Court matter. So both will be resolved hopefully within a day of each other. And man, that's all I have for you. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Yes, Ibrahim Alush, 8791.
All right, Mr. Alush, good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a felony complaint alleging criminal damage occurring earlier today. If you're mind, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. All right, I've reviewed Mr. Lucia's interim complaint and pretrial services report. Don't know what any other holds. Does appear there's a notion of notation of felony probation. So no holds at this time. He was rated a 4 and a 3 on the NCFTA scales. Victim input couldn't be solicited, though community ties through the defendant's mother were established. And there is one prior felony conviction from 2024 with, I believe this may be where the probation matter is coming from. It's not set to end until 2028. Our county attorney's office recommendation was $15,000 bond plus pretrial services. Anything else to add from the state, Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, just that he was placed on that that violent DV probation just at the end of July. And we aren't talking about a minimal amount of damages. We are talking about a significant amount of damages in this matter to several vehicles.
Thank you. In defense?
Yes, he does have ties to the community, and his mother verified that she's willing to assume third-party custody of him. And aside from that, we rely on information in the report.
Given the circumstances, I do believe a bond is appropriate. I'm going to impose a $10,000 cash to secured bond. And order that Mr. Luce be under the supervision of pretrial services if bond is posted. I'm going to order Mr. Luce that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you submit to any monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial services, and that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victims, to include going to where they work or live. I'll set the preliminary hearing for October the 1st at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Yes.
Sir, thank you very much. That's all I have for you. You're excused.
Am I going home?
No,
You have 10,000
unless you postpone.
Pima.
Amen.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Derek Females, June 26, 2001.
Thanks, sir. Thank you, sir. Good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a charge of burglary in the second degree, allegedly occurring yesterday, the 20th. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay? All right, pretrial service didn't note any other holds or statuses for Mr. Meth. It was rated a 3 and a 4 respectively on the NCAFTA scales. It looked like victim input was able to be solicited. And he does not appear to have any prior felony criminal history. County Attorney's Office recommendation is $5,000 bond plus pretrial services. Anything else to add from the state?
Yes, Your Honor. So that misdemeanor warrant he has for his arrest is for a criminal trespass first degree, which is another, again, residential structure. So he's already been in warrant status from that from November. Well, the case stems from November of 2024. So it appears that even while on warrant status, his conduct is escalating. So the state's asking for the $5,000 bond.
Thank you. In defense?
Yes, he's lived here most of his life. And he has ties to the community. He's got no prior felony arrests, so we'd ask that you consider release to the supervision of child services.
Yeah.
One second. All right. Gonna impose a $2,500 cash secured bond and order that Mr. not have any contact with the alleged victim, to include going to where they work or live. I'm also going to order no alcohol or illegal drugs, and set the preliminary hearing for October the 5th. I'm sorry, October the 1st at 1:30 in the afternoon. And I'm sorry, Mr. Fremont, you also have a city court matter relating to a warrant for failure to appear and for criminal trespass in the first degree. This charge stems from November the 28th of 2024. On that matter, I'm going to set a hearing for you on November 21st at 9 a.m. And that'll be in front of Judge Sarah Mayhew. The City Public Defender's Office to represent you, and their contact information will be in paperwork you receive. Likewise with the other case, I'm going to order that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where they work or live. I'll note the felony.
The victim is my dad.
You can't have contact with him unless the judge tells you you can.
Did we talk to him?
No,
Because I live there.
you can't go there. You can't have contact with the desk. Okay.
All right, sir. You're going to have some hearings coming up. You're going to have attorneys assisting you. Please keep in contact with those attorneys so you can be up to date on the next stages of your case. That's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. Your excuse.
Yes. Yeah.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full date of birth?
Mark Anthony Garcia Jr. Mark Anthony Garcia.
All right, Mr. Garcia. Good morning. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a few different matters. We'll go through them in turn. The first involves a criminal complaint alleging possession of a dangerous drug, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of a narcotic drug. And resisting arrest. Allegedly occurring yesterday, 20th. Next involves a warrant that was issued for your arrest.
I know.
I'm sorry, let me just make sure I'm trying to find the arrest or the issuing agency. So this is a failing to appear, a reckless driving from Tucson or Pima County Justice Court from February of 2022. And lastly, you have a city court matter involving The warrant that was issued for your arrest. And this relates to a charge of failing to appear and unlawful and knowingly granting electronic communications. This is alleged to have occurred in October 2023. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. On your felony matter, you also have a right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. I've taken a look at the pretrial service reports. I do note there is an adult probation hold on Mr. Garcia. Was rated a 6 out of 6 on the NCFTA scales. And there was several prior felony convictions, including similar charges to those pending here, as well as histories of failing to appear. County Attorney's Office recommendation was $5,000 bond plus pretrial services supervision. Anything else to add from the state?
Nothing to add on this one, Your Honor.
Defense?
He's being detained without bond, so we'd ask you set a bond so he gets time credit.
I will impose bond for time credit purposes. It'll be $1,000 cash or secured. I will impose bond for time credit purposes. It'll be $1,000 cash or secured. I'll order pretrial services supervision should bond be posted. I'll also order that Mr. Garcia not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs and submit to any monitoring and treatment as directed by pretrial services. The preliminary hearing date will be October 1st at 1:30 in the afternoon. On the DUI matter, separate matter from Justice Court, I'll likewise note my holds and set a review hearing for October the 17th at 10:30 in the morning. That'll be in front of Judge Garza. And on the city court matter, I'm going to set a hearing for November 21st at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Bond and appoint the city public defender's office to represent you, Mr. Garcia. I will note that you are being held on the felony matters. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. Thank you. Excused. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth? Would you please tell me your full name and date of birth, please?
Shane, PRANT, 12/18/70.
Mr. Grant, good morning. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on charges of discharging a firearm at a residential structure, discharging a firearm at a non-residential structure, and discharging a firearm within city limits. All of these are alleged to have occurred
On my property, sir.
Between
I have a camera system.
on September 20th, at or about September 20th of this year. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also
Yes,
have the
sir.
right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Yes, sir.
The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm taking a look at the preliminary The interim complaint, rather. Pretrial services report. Doesn't appear to be anything else holding Mr. Grant. He was rated a 4 and a 2 on the NCFTA scales. Community ties were established. There wasn't any input from any alleged victim. There does appear to be one prior felony conviction from 1992. State's recommendation is $100,000 bond plus pretrial services. Anything else to add from the state?
Your other outside of the allegations, what's not before the court is, potentially being prohibited possessor. He has that prior felony conviction. I'd imagine that charge would likely be added, during the grand jury process. But I would note, as the court noted, that prior felony conviction. So he added, I believe it's New Hampshire. So he's also, at least according to under Arizona law, appears to be prohibited as well.
But I didn't have a firearm.
Oh, you have a felony, which makes you
all right
eligible.
Defense.
Yes. Well, I'm not sure whether or not that will make him ineligible, but that offense happened in 1992. He's got no other prior
My
felonies.
record's been squashed.
Great. And he's got ties to the community, and he's married, and his wife says he's welcome back home. They won't have any contact with the alleged victims if Your Honor orders it. We guys that you consider release. So this is in touch with there.
I'm sorry, was there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
I just explained to her that I had
No.
cameras on my property.
That goes to what happened in the case
Oh, okay.
and conditions of release.
Okay, sorry about that.
All right, Mr. Grant, I'm going to impose a bond of $10,000 cash or something, and order that you be under the supervision of pretrial services if bond is posted.
Okay.
Before I'm going to order that you not possess to consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, you not possess or purchase any firearms or weapons, and that you surrender any firearms that you may have in your possession to law enforcement within 48 hours of being released.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to order that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victims, to include going to where they work or live. And I'm going to set your preliminary hearing for October the 1st at 1:30 in the afternoon. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. Thank you. You're excused.
It's 10,000. Yeah, up to lawyer. Trying to get that back. Okay.
Thank you.
Grayson? Just go out and have a seat back in the lower level.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Andre Lamont Grayson, 12/2/65.
Thank you, Mr. Grayson. Good morning. This is time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a couple of different matters. The first we'll deal with is a charge of aggravated DUI, allegedly occurring yesterday, the 20th. And second is a misdemeanor case out of the Tucson City Court related to charges of simple assault and disorderly conduct, allegedly occurring on August the 1st of this year. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney. And on your felony matter, I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay? All right. Looking at the pretrial services report, Mr. Grayson's, it was a 6 and a 3 on the NCAFTA scales. Didn't note any other holds or cases pending other than the ones I just mentioned. I do note 1, 2, 3, 4 prior felony convictions between 2004 and 2013, and the again, 1 pending misdemeanor. County attorney's recommendation was for $7,500 bond plus pretrial services supervision. Anything else to add from the state?
Yes, Your Honor. I may have had a typo on my rec. I believe he actually has a total of 3, not 5, pending Tucson City Court cases, one of which is a DUI from July of 2025.
Okay, so you had 3. Okay. And defense?
Yes, he has been living here for 2 years, and he is unemployed. We acknowledge he does have a misdemeanor pending DUI.
If you need a minute to speak to your client, feel free.
He indicates he is employed, and that information in the pretrial services report is incorrect.
Okay. And on the felony matter, I will impose a $2,500 secured bond and order pretrial services supervision if bond is posted. I'll order that Mr. Grayson not consume or possess any alcohol or illegal drugs and not drive without a valid license. I'll set the preliminary hearing for October the 1st at 1:30. And on the city court matter, I'm going to set, Ms. Grayson, I'm going to appoint the city public defender's office to represent you, given the felony hold. And I'm going to set a hearing for you for November 21st at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Jay Cranshaw. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim or victims, to include going to where they work or live. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. Thank you.
Sure. 20.
I just pay 25.
Call it max. We'll call it bail max.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Henderson.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
My name is Brennan Scott Henderson. It's 11/25/1977.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on 4 warrants issued for your arrest. The first we'll deal with is a felony warrant from the Pima County Superior Court related to charges of possession of a dangerous drug and possession of drug paraphernalia. This was issued by Judge Catherine Monroe. The amount listed on the bond is $500. The next 3 warrants relate from the Miranda Municipal Court and by Judge Lane McDonald, relates to charges of possession of drug paraphernalia and failure to appear, and theft in first degree. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and on your felony matter, I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. All right. According to pretrial services, there are no other holds or statuses for Mr. Henderson. He was rated a 4 and 6 on the NCAA scales, and they indicated, pretrial services indicated that this there was a supervening indictment in the warrant matter when it appears that they didn't receive any contact from Mr. Anderson after the initial release or after the supervening indictment was filed. And it also does appear that he was aware of the warrants and the court dates, but couldn't attend due to a medical emergency. Community ties were established through a third-party reference, and this appears to be the only felony criminal matter in Mr. Anderson's criminal history. County attorney's recommendation is for $500 bond, the amount of the warrant plus pretrial services. Anything else to add from the state?
As you noted, he was previously released, didn't contact them, and he's got the 3 misdemeanor warrants that are from 2020, 2022, and 2024 that he's been failing to appear on ever since those were initiated.
Defense?
He indicates that he was in the hospital and that's why he missed court. And again, as you see, this is his only felony arrest, felony conviction.
And had some surgery.
All right, thank you. I'm going to honor Judge Monroe's requested bond amount of $500 and make that cash or security. All further pretrial services supervision if bond is posted, and order no alcohol or drugs be possessed. I'll set the arraignment date for September 29th at 1:30 in the afternoon. And on the Miranda court matters, I'm likewise gonna honor at least, I think they're among the 3 warrants, they're all $350. Oppose a $500 cash secured bond for all 3 warrants. Order no contact with any alleged victim or returning to any incident location. And I'm also going to appoint Ms. Janet Altschuler to represent you, Mr. Henderson. Her contact information will be in the minute entry you received from today's hearing. And lastly, I'm going to set a hearing for you for tomorrow afternoon at 12 p.m. at the Marana Municipal Court. You'll likely be seen by video the same way you're appearing in front of me this morning. Right. And that's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. You're excused.
Johnson.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Cody Matthew Johnson, 11193.
All right, thank you, Mr. Johnson. Good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here this morning based on a single charge of felony domestic violence, aggravated assault, impeding airway, allegedly occurring on the 13th of this month. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. Just give me a second. I've got a Form 4C here that I need to take a look at. Taking a look at pretrial services. There aren't any notes, statuses, or holds. Mr. Johnson does appear to be a 2 and a 3 on the NCAA FTA scales. The alleged victim was contacted, does not wish to have further contact with Mr. Johnson, does not welcome him to return to their home, and does object to his release based on safety concerns. There does appear to be one prior misdemeanor conviction. I'm sorry, one prior misdemeanor case where the conviction was set aside. That was from 2013. And also an unrelated order of protection that was noted. County Attorney's Office recommendation was for $50,000 bond plus pretrial services supervision. Anything to add from the state?
Your Honor, the court already noted most of what I would highlight, other than I would point out the lethality associated with these types of matter that's noted in the state's recommendation.
Thank you very much. Defense?
Yes, he is employed. He has a business. He would stay somewhere else. Whatever your honor ordered, he would stay somewhere else, have no contact with the alleged victim. He indicates he's got a family court matter tomorrow. So doesn't have a lot of money close to bond.
Thank you. I am going to post it, I'm going to impose a $10,000 cash secured bond and order that Mr. Johnson be under the supervision of pretrial services, should the bond be posted. Ms. Johnson, I'm also going to order that you not possess and consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, and that you not possess any weapons or firearms. And further, if you have any firearms in your possession, you need to surrender them to law enforcement within 48 hours of being released. Most importantly, I'm going to order that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where she works or lives. I will allow you to return one time with a police escort, which means you will have to contact law enforcement and arrange for them to be present with you at the residence before gathering any personal belongings, should you choose to do so. You're not allowed to go to the residence otherwise. Do you understand that, sir?
Sir.
Thank you. I'm going to set your preliminary hearing date for October 1st at 1:30 in the afternoon. That's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you. Lopanis.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Alex Edward Laponte, June 15th, 1983.
Thank you, Mr. Ponce. This is time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a felony interim complaint alleging possession of a dangerous drug and possession of drug paraphernalia. You also have a pending city court matter involving a warrant issued by Judge Jeffrey Klotz on September the 11th. This relates to charges of criminal damage, criminal trespass, and failing to appear. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and on the felony matter, I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak up before saying anything out loud. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Taking a look at pretrial services, there's a pending matter in the Superior Court, but there are no holds. Mr. Ponce was previously on release to pretrial services. Was rated a 6 out of 6 on the NCAA scales. Was noted he was steps diversion eligible. It does have 5 prior felony convictions. Oh, I'm sorry, 4. One is the pending matter, which is also drug related case. County Attorney's Office is recommending $2,500 bond with pretrial services in lieu of a request for no bond. Anything to add from the statement, Mr. Goodman?
Just that he's also been failing to appear for that 2022 case out of Tucson City Court for quite some time. And regardless of whether you release or hold judge, we're requesting a steps hearing as well.
Thank you. I'm sorry, that was noted on your recommendation. Defense?
Yes, we'd ask if you consider release to supervision of pretrial services. He is enrolled in the STEPS program and he's eligible to be enrolled in it again. Possibly could be enrolled. So we're asking that you do that.
Thank you. Given that he is already pending on another matter where he was released to pretrial services, I am going to impose a bond of $2,500 for the state's request, and I will set a steps court evaluation. That'll be for September 30th at 9 a.m. Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Since he's already enrolled, I'm assuming your client is interested in being screened for steps.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. So, Mr. Ponce, you're already familiar with the steps court program, so I don't need to explain that any further. You'll be evaluated for enrollment on this case on September 30th at 9 a.m. Should that evaluation not end successfully, you'll have a second preliminary hearing on October the 1st at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to order pretrial services supervise you, and if you are able to post a bond, and order that you submit to any monitoring or treatment as they direct for you. On the Tucson City Court matter, I'll note the hold, and I'm going to appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you. And I'll set a hearing for you on November 21st at 9 a.m. And that'll be in front of Judge Jake Cranshaw. In order that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victims, to include going to where this allegedly occurred or to their residence.
There was no debate.
All right, sir. That's all I have for you. Thank you.
Thank you. McBroom?
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Joseph W. McBroom, 10/6/81.
All right, Mr. Broom. Good morning. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today on a few different matters. First involves a felony complaint of burglary in the third degree, allegedly occurring on August 19th of this year. Second involves a misdemeanor warrant from the Pima County Justice Courts alleging one count of shoplifting from February of 2023. A second misdemeanor warrant from the Pima County Justice Courts alleging criminal trespass in the third degree and failing to appear from June and July of 2023, respectively. And lastly, a warrant out of the Tucson City Court alleging possession of drug paraphernalia and failing to appear, both from August of 2023. Remind you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney. And on a felony matter, I'm going to appoint, the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. I don't believe there are any other warrants or holds that I haven't previously mentioned. Mr. Broom was rated a 6 out of 6 on the NCFTA scales. Community ties or third-party references couldn't be reached, and there are no cases of five prior felony convictions, including a notation of a warrant, but state. County Attorney's Office recommendation was for $5,000 bond plus pretrial services supervision. Anything else to add from the state?
Just that I would note that's not in my recommendation, Judge. That last prior and warrant out of Washington, he's technically on probation. I just imagine that the warrant's not nationwide and it's maybe in state or surrounding states only.
Sure.
So the $5,000 bond's appropriate based on that and the failure to appear history, Judge.
Thank you. Defense?
It appears homeless and unemployed, so he wouldn't be able to post much bond. So we'd ask that they consider that.
Right. On the felony matter, I'm going to impose a $2,300 tax bond and order that Mr. McBroom not have any contact with any alleged victim, to include going back to the incident location. I'll order pretrial services supervise Mr. McBroom if bond is posted, and I'll set the preliminary hearing for October 1st at 1:30 in the afternoon.
What?
25.
On the misdemeanor matters, start with In the shoplifting case, I'm going to set an arraignment for October 1st, 9th, in front of Judge Crystal Foster at the Pima County Justice Court. I'm not going to hold Mr. McBroom on that one, given that I believe the requested amount was $50, and I don't believe that would be sufficient to compel attendance.
I'm sorry, when did you say that was?
That's going to be on October the 1st at 9:30.
Okay.
And likewise for the second warrant, I'll order the arraignment's date be October the 1st at 9:30 in the morning, likewise in front of Judge Foster. So both cases will be resolved on the same day. I will indicate for the Justice Court that he is on a felony hold in case Mr. McBroom remains in custody. And on the city court matter, I'm going to set a non-transport review hearing for November the 21st at 9 a.m. That'll be in front of Judge Verena. I'm going to order Mr. McBroom not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs and not return to any incident location. Oh, I will appoint the City Public Defender's Office given the felony hold. All right, so Mr. Broom, you've got several court dates coming up. You'll have attorneys representing you in at least two of the courts that you're in. Please make sure to communicate with them, stay in touch with them, and above all else, do not miss any hearings in your cases. And that's all. Thank you. You're excused.
Believe us.
Good afternoon. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Ismael Antonio Olivas, 7/1/1986.
Thank you, Mr. Olivas. Morning, this is time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a felony complaint alleging aggravated DUI and taking the identity of another. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I am going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. All right. Pretrial services noted Mr. Olivas is a 5 and a 4 on the NCFTA scales, respectively. He is pending on a misdemeanor DUI charge in the Justice Court. There does appear to be 4 prior felony convictions, all from Arizona, 2003 to 2013, respectively. The recommendation is $7,500 bond plus pretrial services release, supervision rather. Anything else to add from the state?
Nothing further to add on this one, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Defense.
Yes, he's got ties to the community. He's been living here 10 years. He indicates he's employed full-time as a painter. We do acknowledge that he has a pending misdemeanor DUI.
Thank you. I will impose $5,000 bond that'll be cash and secured. And I'll add pretrial services supervision if bond is posted. I'm going to order that Mr. Olivas not drive without a valid license or possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. And I'm going to set the preliminary hearing for October the 1st at 1:30 in the afternoon. And that's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. You're excused.
It's 5,000 cash.
I also want that cash person here.
When's my next report? Expertise.
Good afternoon. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Yes, Christina Ortiz. I was born in 1988.
Thank you, Mr. Ortiz. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a charge of possession of a dangerous drug, possession of a narcotic drug, and possession of drug paraphernalia. These allegedly occurred earlier today. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also, excuse me, have a right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Legal Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. Taking a look at the interim complaint and the pretrial services report, do note that there is a DOC hold for Ms. Ortiz. County Attorney's Office recommendation is $1,000 bond plus pretrial services supervision. Anything else to add from the state?
That's correct, Your Honor. She has a DOC hold, and I believe the 2 local misdemeanor warrants. So we're asking for a bond along with a steps hearing.
And defense?
She is being detained without bond. We'd ask for a nominal bond of $500. She's getting time credit and steps in.
I will impose a $1,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if bond is posted. I'll set the step court hearing for September 30th at 9 a.m. and a follow-on preliminary hearing for October the 1st at 1:30 p.m. I will note the hold for, excuse me, on my order. And on the city court matter, I'll note the holds from this case and from DOC. I'm going to appoint the city public defender's office to represent Ms. Ortiz. And I'm going to set a hearing for November the 21st at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Jay Cranshaw. And I'm sorry, as I mentioned, I will appoint the city public defender's office. All right, ma'am. You have some hearings coming up. Please make sure and keep in touch with your attorneys. And good luck. That's all I have for you. Thank you. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Logan Rubendahl, 03/02/1987.
Ms. Rubendahl, good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here this morning based on a couple matters. The first is a felony interim complaint alleging possession of possession of drug paraphernalia, excuse me, I can't read right now. Possession of a drug paraphernalia and burglary in the second degree. To remind you, you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Legal Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay? And on the felony matter, doesn't appear to be any other holds or statuses. Mr. Rubendahl is a 4 and a 5 on the NCAA scales. Doesn't have any felony criminal history, or at least noted. There is a separate city court matter that I'll address second. County Attorney's Office recommendation is $5,000 bond plus pretrial services supervision. Anything else to add from the state?
In your honor, that recommendation is due to the 3 pending misdemeanor cases from 2022, and 2024 that are in warrant status. One of which, similar to his co-defendant, it appears to be trespass related as well.
Thank you. Defense?
Yes, he's got no felony convictions. We'd ask that you release him to the supervision of pretrial services. He has been living in Tucson for a lengthy period of time, 25 years. And so we ask that you consider his release.
Thank you. I'm going to impose a $2,500 cash secured bond and order pretrial services supervision. I'll order no contact with the alleged victim to include going to their work or residence, and set the preliminary hearing for October the 1st at 1:30 in the afternoon. And Mr. Upador, we also have some city court matters that we're going to address.
Yeah.
These relate to 2 separate cases involving a warrant, or multiple warrants, I should say, involving charges of assault, criminal damage, disorderly conduct, and criminal trespass in the first degree. And I'm sorry, as well as charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. In that matter, I'm going to note the felony hold. I will appoint the city public defender's office to represent you, and I'm going to set a video review hearing for September 30th at 1:45 p.m. And all honor the bond requested by Judge Klotz, $250. That'll be cash or secured. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. Thank you. You're excused. Yes, $250. Sorry, I apologize for my handwriting. It's getting worse as the morning's gone on. All right. Good morning. Your full name and date of birth.
Dio Ricardo Segura 072596.
Mr. Segura, good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a warrant that was issued. Appears to be out of the state of Georgia. Remind you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Legal Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. I've examined the warrant itself. Biographical information does appear to match. It is fully extraditable without limit. There's a charge of aggravated assault. And the attorney is requesting Mr. Segura be held no bond. Anything else to add from the state?
It's mandatory no bond, given that it's for parole violation. It's post adjudication, so we would just need to set a fugitive review hearing, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, I forgot to note that the warrant does include a notation that it is a parole violation, or parole violation. Defense?
He's got to be held without bond at this time.
All right, Mr. Segura, you're going to be held without bond, given the nature of the warrant and the status of your case. You're going to have a hearing on this matter. That'll be September 26th at 2:30 in the afternoon.
I'm trying to figure out what the warrant means. If it's from Georgia pulling me back from my parole, what the hell does Arizona have to do with it in general? It's like a charge, or what is it? Like, I'm trying to figure out how it's all working. Like, it sounds like I have to go to court September 26th for a charge, which is just a warrant based on what Georgia's saying.
Sorry, it's a warrant out of Georgia.
Okay.
So that's what they'll be going to court.
So when you,
Not a new charge.
you can address your any questions to your attorney, either counsel that's present with you or appointed counsel. But you're going to be held for now. You'll be seen at a no bond hearing on the 26th. That's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. You're excused.
I say,
Did you set it as a fugitive review or a no bond hearing?
It's a fugitive. No, it should be a fugitive review.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a fugitive warrant hearing.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Don't have anything. We'll just have to go to court with respect. Okay?
So I'll be here. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go there, come back, go there, come back.
No, you have no new charge here.
Okay.
You're just dealing with that fugitive warrant out of Georgia.
Cool. That's
Okay.
all the way fine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're done.
And you were my attorney before.
Was it?
I think so. You drove me to gave me a backpack, drove me to the Greyhound.